Alright, hi everyone. Welcome to part 2. We forgot to say a bunch of things, and disclaimer now, we've tried filming this a couple times, and if we don't say something we were supposed to say, or if it sounds like we've already talked about something even though we haven't, sorry, we're getting confused and tired, so hopefully this is our last take.
Yeah.
So, we didn't talk about flights, and Kim is leaving first.
Yeah, I leave Edmonton on April 28th, and at 3 o'clock, and then I have a layover in Calgary and another one in Frankfurt, Germany, which I'm there for about 3 hours. And then I land on April 29th in Rome at 2 o'clock, and I have, so I basically have to wait 2 hours there at the airport till our Professor DeLine, she lands at about 4-ish, and then I'll meet up with her, and then we have another hour and a half-ish to wait till Mel's plane lands.
Yeah. Like I said before, I'm leaving about 7 o'clock on April 28th, and I arrive in London about noon on the 29th, and then I arrive in Rome about 5:30 on the 29th, and then we're all cabbing it to JP2 House.
Yep.
And since Delaney's been there before, it'll be nice because we won't be like lost little tourists that look all out of place.
Possibly getting ripped off.
Yeah, that too. It's going to be nice to have someone who's been there. So that's our flights. And Kim is going on another seminar after this one, so she has about a week, about 5 days between the end of this course and the start of her next one. So I'm staying an extra 4 days, and we're going to talk about that a little later. The places that we're going to be seeing on this course, Kim has a list here, so she's going to list them off for you.
Alright, I apologize in advance because I'm not sure how some of these are pronounced. If you want to know specifically spelling or anything, just leave a comment and I can tell you.
Yeah, and if you want to know any details about them, we're not going to talk about them in detail. So message Kim and she'll give you more details, okay?
Alright, so we're going to see the Circus Maximus and the Colosseum, though we can't go into the interior of the actual Colosseum.
That's
so
what these are for.
Mal bought some binoculars, which you got a really awesome deal on.
I got a really good deal.
So we can see into the areas that are closed off or being renovated or excavated or any areas we aren't actually allowed into. So we're going to see the Baths of Caracalla and the House of Fawn and the Villa of Mysteries, as Mel's mentioned.
Which are doing in Pompeii.
And then we see the Forum of Augusti and the Forum of Ostia with the Capitolium. Oh, and yeah, and we also see the Forum of Trajan as a victory monument. We see that one as well. It's also adjacent to the Column of Trajan, so technically we see both at the same time.
Yeah, some of them are kind of like conglomerated because there's not enough information to talk about for a full hour, so some of them are.
So we also get to see the Areopagus. It's a set of reliefs, essentially, that have been built kind of, it sort of looks like a house without a roof. Each wall, both inner and outer, has reliefs that have been denoted to Augustus, I believe, on his victories in relation to some goddess and stuff. I believe Hestia's on one wall. So we get to see that. Then we get to see the column of Marcus Aurelius. And when it comes to burial sites, we get to see Etruscan tombs at Tarquini, and the catacombs of St. Callictus, and the mausoleum of Hadrian. We get to see the Domus Flavian, which is a palace. Not specifically sure who built that one off the top of my head. And when it comes to temples and churches, we're seeing the Temple of Apollo, because that's the one I'm doing in Pompeii. And we're also seeing the Church of St. Maria at
Trastevere? Maybe? So we're seeing these ones for sure, because these are the ones that our fellow classmates are doing their 1 hour presentations on. So for sure we're going to see these. And we're also going to see a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, some of the ones that our teachers have told us that we're already going to go see are like the Vatican.
Sistine Chapel.
And what's the fountain?
Trevi Fountain.
And the Trevi Fountain.
Which is in one in Rome with Kristen Bell. And yes, we want to see that too, so that's exciting. And we're going to see like the underground catacombs and just lots of stuff that isn't on that list. But it depends on when the museums are open and what sites are open, because some of them are closed for renovation for certain times of the year, and it changes all the time.
It might depend on the weather too. If it ends up raining and the site's outside, we might check it off our list just because we don't have the time to go see it or something.
Yeah. Alright, so those are the places we're seeing. So what we're doing, like Kim has mentioned, the course ends on the 23rd, and I decided to spend a few more days in Italy with her, just seeing some sites. So we're going to go see, what's that pronounced in Italian?
The Verona.
Okay, we're going to Verona.
Verona.
Yeah, on the 23rd and the 24th. For 2 days, we're going to go to Verona, and we're going to see Juliet's wall, which is a total tourist trap because it's not actually her wall. But if you've ever balcony, we're seeing Juliet's balcony. I'm sorry, but there's a wall under her balcony where people write letters, and then Juliet writes back. And if you've ever seen Letters to Juliet with Amanda Seyfried, it explains what it is.
Yep. And we're also going to go see Venezia.
Venezia. We're going to go ride gondolas in Venezia for 1 day. We're going to spend there.
For English speakers, that's Venice.
Yeah, it's Venice. And so we're going to stay there for 1 day, and then we're going to go back to Rome on the 26th and spend the night in Rome because I leave in the morning on the 27th.
Yeah, and I have to go to my second field school in Torino, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't have the information in front of me.
The first field school is in southern Italy. Like the one that we're doing together is in southern Italy, and then central, southern,
and the other one's a few hours higher up.
Yeah, the one she's doing is northern Italy. It's really close to Genoa apparently, and I looked at Genoa, possibly visiting there, and it's absolutely beautiful, but we just don't have time. We only have 4 days. I think that's everything we really had to say. Oh, I got 83 on that paper that I only got an hour of sleep writing.
Good job.
Yay!
Oh, right, and we were going to have my money rant that we saved from the other one. I'm going on 2 field schools, like we mentioned. Each one's about $5,000, so in total it's about 10. And we were told at the time that we started applying for these courses to be able to go that we would be able to get student loan funding to do these. And I found out as of this morning, actually got a call from student loans, that they are essentially only going to give me about $5,000, which is barely going to cover 1 course, let alone 2. And at this late of a date, even since we've already paid for a lot of things like our flights and
yeah, like we had to do a $500 deposit for just to be registered in the course.
For each of them, so that
was even before we were registered. We had to pay $500 just to be looked at
to apply,
be accepted, possibly. Yeah, just to apply it was $500.
So we're already like possibly $3,000 in with the collection of other stuff we've had to buy that our teachers have told us that we need, and that's non-refundable money. So at this point, it's not like I can suddenly decide to not go because I would just be out that money. But I also suddenly have to come up with $5,000, which as a poor student I don't have.
She already works 2 jobs.
I work 2 jobs and go to school full time. So like, there's really no extra option to go make more money. And we can't do a line of credit, even a student one, because I'm too poor, so they won't give me money on my own. And I can't get a cosigner because of family situations. Some of them are trying to get mortgages, in which case that ruins their chances of getting mortgages if they cosign on my on my line of credit. So essentially, I don't have the option of the line of credit either. So I'm standing here wondering how I'm coming up with $5,000. And Mel's informed me I'm not allowed to be cooking on the street. So panhandling apparently is okay. But
begging is okay. Selling your body is not. I mean, if you're into that, it's okay. But no, it shouldn't be done out of desperation. You know, it should be a career choice, not a desperation thing. So, if you have any suggestions on how Kim can get some more money without selling her car, without a line of credit, without student loans, and no hooking, then please leave it below. If you have any other questions, please leave those below too. We really look forward to your comments, and I'm so glad we kept this under 20 minutes.